Alright, we use targets to recognize that we're actually aiming for a particular body part. We're just not throwing punches and strikes out in space. So to do our targets, we're going to go back here on Bob. Alright, as we said with Bob, he's got the body parts to aim at. Eye, nose, chin, ear, jaw, diaphragm, ribs. Alright, so let's go over which hands we use for these various targets. The difference here is that you got to remember that there's a lead hand and a rear hand. And on some of the targets we're going to use the lead hand, some targets we use the rear hand. I'm showing you this from a left foot forward stance. Okay, first target's the eye. Okay, that comes off the lead hand and that's just a jab up to the eye. Okay, nose, that comes off the lead hand as well and that's just a jab to the nose. Okay, on a bag glove round, we're going to use a fist to the eye and to the nose. Both of them are like a jab off our lead hand. On a bare hand round, we're going to use palm heels to the eye and the nose, again off our lead hand. The chin is a straight, so it comes off our rear hand. On a bag glove round, we're going to use a fist right into the chin. On a bare hand round, we use a palm heel to the chin. Then we go over to the ear. Ear is a hook off of the lead hand, and that's on a bag glove round. On a bare hand round, we're going to use a chop into the ear. The jaw, on a bag glove round, we're going to use a hook. On a bare hand round, we're going to use a palm heel into the jaw. Okay. Then we have the ribs. The ribs you strike with a ridge hand strike off of the lead hand. We only have the rib targets on a bare hand round. We don't have it on a bag glove round. So on the ribs, we're going to do a ridge hand off of the lead hand. Okay? Okay, and then we have the diaphragm. The diaphragm only comes on our bare hand rounds, and there you use a palm heel. Instead of the palm heel being like this though, you want to turn it over on its side to do the diaphragm. Another strike that we talked about was that overhead elbow. The overhead elbow, we don't really pick a target, but we do want to come down the middle of the body. On the overhead elbow, we don't worry about whether we hit up or down. It's coming overhead into the middle of the target. Okay, so on the overhead elbow, I don't worry about whether it's a face or the chest. I just worry about it coming down vertically down the middle of the target. All right. That's the targets we use on Bob. But the thing is, here's what do you do against the bag? The problem with the bag is you don't have the targets to go for. So what you do there is you imagine those targets being about your own height. For instance, if it's an eye, I'll go about there, nose, ears on the side, ribs are down on the side, diaphragm's down here, chin's right in the middle here. All right, so on the bag, when you don't have the body targets like we have on Bob, you just simulate off of yourself. That's the best you can do. And you'll still get a lot of value out of doing the targets on a bag, because I've done this workout on the bags more so than I have on Bob, and you'll still get the benefit of knowing what the targets are. But this way we recognize that, hey, on an eye, yeah, we're aiming for that eye, okay, on the chin. All right. Recognize that there's a lead hand and a rear hand. That makes a difference. Okay, that covers our targets.